Greetings, folks. It is Friday, the 2nd of May. It is a Bandcamp Friday. Cheers. I just posted on my Bandcamp site that there are 3 copies of Sonicity available. I told you it would be available by midnight, but I didn't. I just woke up. But it's Bandcamp Friday, and quite honestly, in the past, Bandcamp Fridays, I woke up and there was at least 1 or 2 purchases. This morning there are none so far. I'd really appreciate some support from you viewers monetarily, but even more importantly, I would really encourage you folks to buy some of my music. I forgot to show this one yesterday. The World is Burning. This one is put out by Randy's Alternative Music in Pittsburgh. If you order this through me, I forward the order to Pittsburgh and he fills it. This is some of my older music. It explains the story in here. I play all the instruments, bass, drums, guitar, keyboards. Actually, yes, not virtually on here. So I have this. I put, like I said, 3 copies of Sonicity are available again for sale. Would really appreciate your support. Could really use it. I just peeped right quick because every Friday, my routine is Thursday, I watch the In Groove update. Friday, I watch Michael P. Dawson. I haven't watched it all the way, but kudos to you, Michael. He picked up on this record that I showed a couple times. That I really like it. And thanks for the shout out, Michael. But he went ahead and ordered it, but Paul set him up with some more titles off the label, Roman numeral. Way to go. It's a really good album. It is. And Michael's music is good too. So if you have some bucks that you can afford to spare, we musicians could use your support, and we have good music for you. We do. This morning I'm doing a interview with a local. Dewan is not a politician, but he is involved in local politics and community issues. And I'm doing an interview with him this morning after I'm done with this. He wants to talk about Omaha's Black History and music. I'll share what I know. Only played a little bit of this yesterday. Again, don't play records all the time. Colonel Gander's Fire Dog Brigade presents On the Rocks. This is one of those generic, faceless hit albums that they used to make, where they would get a band to just come in and play. There's another one. I forget the name of it, but it was, for a long time, people thought it was Deep Purple. It's not Deep Purple. This definitely isn't Deep Purple. And it's a keeper because it's a curiosity. It's a curiosity. It's not really very good, but it's a curiosity, so I keep it. This was a random grab. Look at my camera acting all funny and stuff. I hate that. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. So, as I look down here, I did play this. I showed it yesterday. It is straight ahead. And what's nice is that the guy can actually play. Nothing. I need to put some records away. So, folks, please, Bandcamp Friday. I don't want to say it too often. I also forgot to mention to show the future still. It's the only vinyl that I have that is still in print. I've made several albums, but this album is still available, and it's on my Bandcamp site. Isn't that cool? Real proud with how this album came out. Just good old black vinyl, but there I am. I'm on vinyl. I love it. I've said it before. It was the answer to a wish, a prayer that I had as a child. Even before the Beatles shook my world, I was completely entranced by records. By 4 and 5 years old, I would just sit and watch it spin. And both of my parents being musicians, the house was just full of music. And so from an early age, the thing that I wanted to do was to make records. When I was a small boy and they would ask you in school, what do you want to be? I would say, in honesty, I want to be a musician. And I would be discouraged. So then I started saying, I want to be a fireman. That was a fucking lie. I never had any interest in the fire department. And the thing about it was that as a kid, it wasn't that I wanted to be famous. I wanted to make records. And I wanted to be known for being good at it. And in a very, very small way, my prayer was answered. Here's another one of my albums that, if you can find it, it's been sold out. Sonicity number 2. I put this out in 2013. I did a limited edition of this. 250 copies on green vinyl and 250 copies on red. I do see where these pop up. People say they saw your record in the used section. Well, cool. Should have bought it. So today is Friday, and the Pink Floyd in Pompeii is released today. I've seen it shown online already by a couple of folks who get promos. I'll probably get it, being an old Pink Floyd fan. I'm not excited about it. We've all heard Pink Floyd in Pompeii, and this all cleaning it up and, new sound quality and all that stuff. It's the same old performance. But I like Pink Floyd, and this is the first time it's on vinyl, so I'm thinking I'll probably get a copy. So I don't have any records to show you that I haven't shown. I do have a night listen from last night. Ultramarine, United Kingdoms. I picked up on this originally because Robert Wyatt sings on a couple of the tracks, and I happened to catch a video of theirs on TV of the song Happy Land that Robert Wyatt sings. He sings 2 tracks on here that I remember. I fell asleep before it was over. But this is nice. It's primarily instrumental. They don't sound like Tortoise, but it's maybe in that vein where there's some beats related to the times. This is probably 90s, 1995. I could tell by the beats on the record. But it's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. Nothing earth-shaking, but it was pleasant. I knew about the Happy Land song with Robert Wyatt, but the second song on the album, Robert sings also. So when that spun up, It was a pleasant surprise. I love Robert Wyatt's voice. I have some of his records. Sometimes I don't know, let me just grab these. I'm trying to grab them all. I shouldn't try to do that. I'll be trying to grab them all. Did I get them all? See? Nope. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Still don't have them all. Robert Wyatt, do you know this man? Nothing can stop us. I'll just show these since I don't really have anything specific on my mind, except I'm hoping to get some sales. Seriously, I'll say it again. Seriously hoping that some of you folks will show me some financial support. Rock Bottom, the album he made after he lost use of his legs, became paralyzed. It's quite the story. This is a magnificent album. I believe this is his first solo album, The End of an Ear. My appreciation for it has grown over the years. This is good. On the jazzy improv side. Peel Sessions, Robert Wyatt. He's someone I would like to meet. He's getting up there. We're all up there. He's in his 80s. Here we have Shipbuilding, the Elvis Costello song. This is the version. Robert Wyatt's version of the song is the best version. Old Rotten Hat. These are some great songs. This was cool when Grandma Vision picked up on Robert Wyatt and released his albums in America. It's a good label, people. Keep going. Comic Opera. It's been a while since I've listened, so I can't tell you about the content of the words, but he's been openly political for a long time, more on the socialist side, not so much, to me, socialist, but concerned about humans, standing up to the corruption of power. Robert Wyatt, different every time. These are collabs, or people doing, collaborations and people doing his works. A great man. He's a great man. Who's a stranger than Richard? I highly recommend these records. Theodore Royal, Drury Lane. Look who he's got here. I was just talking about Mike Oldfield. Julie Tippett's, Fred. Look at the Nick Mason of Pink Floyd. There he is. Dave Stewart, Hugh Hopper. With Ivor. It's greatness. That's what I have to say about it. And this is cool. His greatest misses, Robert Wyatt, because he definitely didn't have greatest hits. I believe this is a colored vinyl. Because all my stuff is black vinyl. Of course, this is kind of dark green. Got a bunch of other stuff by Robert Wyatt on CD and cassette and stuff. Because Soft Machine turned me on in high school. The Soft Machine third album did my head in. And I became a huge fan of everything Soft Machine Canterbury ever since the 70s. So anytime I can afford their records, when I see them, I get them. Cuckoo Land, Robert Wyatt. Well worth finding out about. And since I was just pulling, next to the Robert Wyatt is this. Wyoming. And this is something that I bought at a record show. The seller thankfully gave me a discount because he didn't know what it was, and I didn't either. I just knew that it was on the Bacillus label. And that alone interested me. Nice die cut cover. This is rock and roll pop music. It's not progressive. It's well done. It's on the Bacillus label. It doesn't say promo, but it's a white label Bacillus. I've only played this a couple times since I got it. Enough to decide to keep it, that it's like it's well done. It may actually end up having something on it that I really like. Just have to play it again. Wyoming. That's what I'll share this morning, folks. Besides myself, there's a lot of folks in the community worldwide who Bandcamp Friday makes a difference in their lives. If you like my channel and what I'm doing, I don't do Patreon. I'm not always asking for subscribers and likes. I don't do that at all. I just get on here and be me, whatever I'm feeling for the day. I'd appreciate if some of you all could pitch in and help me keep going. Judging from that comment on an old video, see, because I don't keep up, from Rebecca, apparently I've been doing this for, I guess, about 15 years now. And that actually, when I think about it, is kind of mind-blowing because I just stay in the moment. I'm not one of those sort of folks who's always thinking about, on this day, so-and-so happened. Always reflecting on and doing anniversaries and stuff. I just tend to just stay in the moment. So I've been doing this for a long time because I like to. I do. And it pleases me when I see, not just here on YouTube through other people's videos, but on social media, because I see it on Facebook in the record collecting groups, where stuff I talk about influences what people are listening to, as well as what people are buying. That's nice. It is. So I've got a box full of wonderful music here. 3 of these available. This is good stuff. I'll sign everything that I sell today. I will sign in hopes that I sell anything. Because this is the first Bandcamp Friday where I woke up and there were no sales. Usually there's at least 1 or 2, so I'll stop there. Would really appreciate your support, folks. All right, take care.